way. What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Samoan Raider, man. Day 3 is lit. There's a lot of moves going around. The Raiders are making a lot of moves. So don't worry, because your boy Samoan Raider got you guys. I'm going to keep you updated on the latest and greatest news going around the nation. But you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time. So let's just get started with this video. Cue the intro.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
First things first, let's talk about Rodney Hudson being traded. Now, according to Adam Schefter, I guess the Raiders actually got a trade going off with Rodney Hudson. I thought we actually released him, but I guess not. We wanted a trade. We wanted to get something in return, at least a day 2 pick, and we did just that, trading away Rodney Hudson to the Arizona Cardinals. Well, let's scratch that. We traded Rodney Hudson and this year's 7th round pick to the Arizona Cardinals in return for their 2021 3rd round pick. Now this, I believe, is good. You know, it does suck to see Rodney Hudson go, but at least we got something in return. You know, if he didn't want to be here, then you know what, adios amigo, have fun over there in Arizona with that 8-8 team. But the Raiders going into the draft, I'm really excited now that we got 2 3rd round picks, and man, there's a lot of good players that we could go out into the draft and draft. We could even go in the 2nd round or the 3rd round to get his replacement, or go get another offensive lineman to come help out this offensive line. Now honestly, I thought we could have got way more in return, but you know what, I'm not gonna be greedy. At least we got something in return, like I said before. So Raider Nation, do you guys think that this was a good move by the Raiders, trading away Rodney Hudson in return getting a 3rd round pick? Who do you think won the trade? Well, I think the Raiders won the trade at the end of the day, because you know what, we got a 3rd round pick out of him. So I mean, I can't be mad. I wish it was a 1st round pick, but you know what, like I say, I ain't gonna be greedy. Now the Raiders might not be done trading players away, because another player that might be on the trade block and might be traded pretty soon is Gabe Jackson. This is another player that I thought wasn't even on the roster anymore, but I guess the Raiders kept him and are trying to get something in return for him, which is the right thing to do. Instead of just letting these guys go, try to get something in return. Now Adam Schefter is actually the guy that reported the Rodney Hudson trade and is reporting that Gabe Jackson could be traded as soon as today. Now I'm hoping that the Raiders could get at least a 3rd round pick out of him as well, but I feel like realistically we might get somewhere around a 5th to 7th round pick. Let's not be greedy. Let's get something in return. This saves the team a lot of money as well if we were to trade or release him, but I feel like if the Raiders can't get anything done, they're just going to eventually release him. I feel like there is a lot of teams out there in the NFL that could really use Gabe Jackson out there on their offensive line. So hey man, I hope we get something done pretty soon. So Raider Nation, what do you guys think we would actually get for Gabe Jackson? You know, realistically get for Gabe Jackson? Let me know down in the comments below. So it looks like Richie Incognito is returning to the silver and black in 2021. And who's the source? It's Richie Incognito himself. He tweeted out earlier today saying, guess who's back? Tagging the Raiders and using hashtag just win baby and hashtag I'm not going anywhere. And the thing is that this comes as no surprise to the Raider Nation, because we already knew that he was eventually going to come back. We just didn't know when. You know, we did release him to save some money, and we're going to bring him on for a cheaper deal. So it's good to see Richie Incognito come back to the silver and black for one more season. Now the details to the contract have not came out yet, but I'm looking somewhere around, you know, $2 million to $3 million a year. I think that's where his market is going to be, and I know that he wants to retire Raiders. So Richie Incognito, man, welcome back to Vegas, baby. I mean, after hearing the news of Rodney Hudson leaving and the fact that Gabe Jackson is on his way out of here as well, it's good to see that we at least got Richie Incognito to come back to the Raiders in 2021. Now in 2020 he missed most of the season due to an injury, but I hope that he can bounce back in 2021 to help this team make it into the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl, baby. So what do you guys think about Richie Incognito coming back to the Raiders, man? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's move on to some players that have re-signed with the Raiders. First name being Jonathan Hankins. Now according to Vic Tafur of The Athletic, the Raiders are re-signing defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins to a 1-year deal. Hankins has been with the team for the past 3 seasons, and he has been one of the best run stoppers on this team on the defensive line, and he does a good job taking on double teams, opening up holes for our linebackers, which is good for the team, and it does help out this defense. And I feel like under Gus Bradley, he'd be a solid weapon on that defensive line. Now I know he struggles against the pass, only having 2.5 sacks since joining the team, but you know what, it's okay. In 2020 he started in all 16 games, tallying 48 tackles, 1 sack, and and 1 fumble recovery. Now, to me, this is a really solid signing for the Raiders, bringing back Hankins to a 1-year deal. Now, the numbers haven't came out yet, but most likely it's going to be a cap-friendly contract, so we shouldn't worry too much about that. At least he's going to be coming back for another year to help bolster up this defensive line. As far as our defensive tackle position right now on the roster, we have Jonathan Hankins, Maurice Hurst, and David Irving, a guy that I feel like is going to break out in 2021 under Gus Bradley. Now, we could still possibly go out into the NFL draft and get another defensive tackle to help out this team. So overall, I actually like this move by the Raiders. So good job. Now, another player that the Raiders are bringing back is wide receiver Zay Jones. According to Ian Rappaport, he tweeted, the Raiders are expected to re-sign Zay Jones, source said, keeping the former Bills wide receiver around for another year. Now, after signing John Brown earlier today and bringing back Zay Jones, I do believe that the wide receiver core is set for the Raiders in 2021. Now, the Raiders initially did trade for Zay Jones in 2019, and since then he hasn't really done much for us. In 26 games as a Raider, he's only tallied 34 receptions, 301 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the only touchdown that he did have in 2020, I give him props because that touchdown celebration was pretty lit. It was really creative as well. Zay Jones does have a lot of untapped potential, and hopefully the Raiders can do something with him in 2021. Last offseason, he worked out all offseason with Derek Carr, and coming into the 2020 season, he was really a non-factor for the team. You know, Nelson Aguilar coming on for the team for 1 year did way more than Zay Jones has done for this team for the past 2 seasons. So hopefully in 2021, like I said, he can break out or at least be a solid weapon for this team. Honestly, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have went out and re-signed Zay Jones because I felt like there's a lot of other wide receivers that we could go out and sign that could do way more for this team than Zay Jones has done for the past 2 seasons. But again, I do not know what the contract details are. I just know that he's going to be returning for 1 more season. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and the Raiders wanted to bring him back. Now, our wide receiver core as of right now is looking like Henry Ruggs, Brian Edwards, John Brown, Zay Jones, and Hunter Renfrow. As far as us going out and getting somebody like Juju Smith or Kenny Golladay, I just don't see it at all. You know, I think these are the guys we're going to be going with in 2021. And I feel like if we do want to add another wide receiver to this core, I feel like it's going to be in the NFL draft. It looks like the Raiders have finally made a good move. You see what I did there? Okay, jokes aside. Now, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, the Raiders are re-signing Denzelle Good to a 2-year deal. Now, this is really good news for the Raiders, no pun intended. Good has played every position on the offensive line for the Raiders and has started 14 games in 2020. Now, at 30 years old, Good is actually a quality starter for the team, and he could play both right tackle or right guard. Now, with Trent Brown being traded away, Gabe Jackson most likely being traded away, and Rodney Hudson being traded away as well, this was a no-brainer move for the Raiders to bring back Denzelle Good for a couple more years. He has been one of the Raiders' most solid offensive linemen since he's been a part of this team, and I feel like moving forward, he could definitely step into any role that you want him to on this offensive line. He has shown that he could be a true starter in the NFL. I didn't think that he was actually going to come back to the team because I heard that the Raiders actually lowballed Denzelle Good, and he was mad about that, and he wanted to see his options outside of Las Vegas, but maybe it's around the same market and he wanted to come back to the team. So, I mean, it's a win-win for the Raiders. Good thing that he's coming back. Now, Miller was initially the only offensive lineman left on the roster, you know, as far as starters, but Richie Incognito is returning to the team, and he's going to be starting at that left guard position. Andre James will most likely replace Rodney Hudson as the center position, and now Good can step in as that right guard or that right tackle, and whatever position that we don't fill, we could go into the NFL draft and go and bring in offensive linemen to help fill out this roster. And I feel like there's a lot of solid offensive linemen in the draft that could come in and start for us day one. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys right now. I know there's going to be a lot more moves going on, and if anything does happen, then you know your boy Samoa Raider is going to keep you guys updated. And if you guys don't want to miss anything, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Don't forget to smash that like button as well. And if you guys want to help support this channel in a great way, then become an exclusive member by hitting that join button down below right next to that subscribe button. With all that being said, this is your boy Samoa Raider, and your boy is